is made over the last 4
Brokey.
The only thing I know about him going broke is that he put all of his
Brokey.
money into crypto, and then he
Brokey.
just, like, let it ride, and it all tanked. Never do that.
Here, Brokey.
If any of you put money into crypto,
wait,
sure
Boogie
like
just became rich. I know Boogie my whole life. Hey, let me give a little more context because I know a lot of these YouTubers don't like to give because they're like kind of like me, I guess. I won't say they're kind of like me. We're all our own, you know what I mean. We all been watching the same content creators for years, okay? A lot of them aren't that new to the site. Boogie2988, he's an old boy, you know what I mean? He's been on the website since I've been fucking 9 years old. I was 9 years old, and then Boogie was on, I think 8, maybe even 8, bro. 2000, almost 2007, bro. Holy shit.
all your spare income. I'm not talking about money going to bills and that. Even if you get like 3 quid at the end of a month, do not put.
I think it was 9.
Like 30 pence in.
Let me not take Pyro out
on the podcast. He's got a persona that he calls Uber Wolf. I've tried so hard to track down that character. I cannot find it. He's either lying or he could not commission any art of it. Unlucky. So this is him coming out about being bisexual. I think about like met up with a few dudes or whatever. What would your persona be, Boogie? You seem like a bear or a panda. And then he goes, Uber Wolf was the name I wrote in my 20s. A male wolf turned female by magic, desperately seeking a cure to be male again. Seems so silly now. I looked so hard for like art of this Uber Wolf. I can't find it anywhere, bro. I can't find it anywhere.
Boogie wants to share the lighter side of his life.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again.
Boogie makes his living from internet videos. He entertains over 7.
I am so happy that they put that, like, you know, entertaining rock music in the background. Because how awkward would that have been to actually film, of just you being sat there and just like, you know, you're just there.
Top of the morning. Hey, what's up, Sula? I appreciate you.
That must have been so awkward. Like, bro, if I'm in a room and I hear if I hear someone play one of my videos, I can't even be in the room. It's so weird. Originally with Boogie, he had a lot of respect and he was almost seen as one of the, like,
what's up, my boy?
Sense, like kind of, you know, like H3.
You know who Boogie2988 is? He's such an OG. He's an old D.
Respect them.
This is gonna be a short stream, probably. I don't know.
Slowly shifted over time because people.
I'm gonna record a little bit.
In the commentary days, there was a lot of saying that Boogie was kind of just like a fence sitter. I wouldn't really have any kind of opinion on anything, which is fine. To be neutral on something is absolutely fine. You can pull a Sweden in World War II. It's fine.
Come on, man. Pyro.
Who is now much.
I'm trying to see what's going on.
React to me.
It's 2 a.m.
No. Who is now much wiser.
Jesus. All right. I forgot you're in Italy.
You know what I do with my money? Every single dime, every single penny goes into the business.
Shit is crazy.
I never want to live that way again.
Which felt both inspiring and relatable, especially since
If you're gonna be up at 2, shit.
Spent money on things that would improve his videos.
I used every dime to buy better computers.
Before I be going to work.
To get better. And after just a year and a half, I was able to go off because I started earning my YouTube income.
This desire to improve. It is sad when you see stuff like this because
Yeah, we're gonna have to record in the morning, my time. Shit.
And now he's got out of that pit, that hellhole, and he's kind of realized, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the morning, probably. Morning, my time, if that's okay with you. I mean, when you're not working, probably on a day you're not working.
Money, make sure it doesn't happen again. But you kind of think if he wasted all of that money on crypto,
Not even the morning, but like, you know,
was he just very irresponsible,
morning-ish, afternoon, before it starts getting too late. Because if it's 8 o'clock over here already, it's 2 o'clock for you. That shit is.
How much money does Boogie2988 make? Which felt like yet another wholesome yet modest upload, which had clearly been made with the goal of helping his audience.
I want to make sure you have the tools in mind so that you fully understand how much income we already have coming in and make a decision of whether or not you ever want to participate in that kind of thing.
Boogie went on to politely imply that he was making over $100,000 per year from YouTube, which didn't include third-party income like Patreon.
That's what I'm saying. I thought he was making money.
Your audience as well by like just talking about how much money you make. You know how many YouTubers do a video called like "How much money do I make?"
All right, then boys, have a good one. I'm gonna see you later.
It's like those YouTubers that say that they're doing a face reveal, and you know how you just skim across the video. I do this so many times. If I see a YouTuber that makes a video talking about how much money they have or a face reveal,
we gonna vibe. It's gonna be cool as fuck.
I will skim to the end, and if I don't see a picture of their face or their earnings, I just don't even bother watching. This little preview bar here because we live in a society so attention deficit. Like, we need instant stimuli, like to be able to preview a whole video before watching.
Which led to more positive comments such as, "Wild guess, but he's very rich now. He deserves it. He's one of the only YouTubers that didn't let the money and fame get to his head. He's still just as humble and cool as when he started. I admire that."
It's interesting when people say stuff like that, because I reckon that there is a common trend that the more money you have and the more money you make, the less like relatable you are and the less likable you are. But there definitely is always a balance.
That's, yeah, you can balance it.
Being so open about his earnings and stuff, he completely negated any of the hate of, like, you know, getting more money.
Positive sentiment toward Boogie.
That's what I'm saying. I thought Boogie was rich.
Patreon members, which strengthened his financial position immediately.
See?
Also giving him the chance to stream on Twitch, opening up another source of income which kept him financially stable during the adpocalypse.
And Boogie was
I
chilling.
Twitch once, guys. Do you remember? Do you remember when I used to stream on Twitch? That was very short-lived.
Well, for
What happened, buddy?
He paid for
What happened, Pyro?
I'm home from surgery, that everything went well. The surgery went way better than I had expected. The doctor did it in a very short period of time.
However, while this would initially improve Boogie's health dramatically,
I'm 110 pounds down since the pre-op diet, and then I lost 7.5 inches from my waistline.
it would eventually contribute to him going broke in an unexpected.
That's right. He got surgery, I think, for weight loss. Wasn't it a gastric bypass?
Ooh.
If you guys don't know what gastric bypass is, they basically clamp your stomach. They make your stomach smaller, so you feel full a lot more quicker. So there's not like you can't eat as much as you regularly would. It's basically just like
that's
doing
kind of
mental gymnastics
sweet.
on your brain. But I hear that gastric bypasses,
I won't say it's
sometimes
weird.
go really, really wrong. Once they take the clamp off, you'll just eat more. There was a show on in America, right? Have you guys heard of The Biggest Loser? The Biggest Loser was a show where they got a bunch of overweight people and they got them to like lose weight, like through, you know, exercising. It was one of those shows where they were definitely publicly humiliated. They definitely were publicly humiliated. I think someone did a study and they found out that the majority of people that went on The Biggest Loser, they ended up becoming more overweight post-show than if they ever appeared on the show in the first place. That mentality they developed, that because they worked out, they could eat more.
Boogie explained that his wife was extremely generous in the divorce, having stated that she wanted far less than 50% of the finances. See, Boogie's positive can-do attitude, where he wanted to invest his savings into making excellent content for the viewers, had transformed into this complete lack of confidence for the future of his channel.
And I'm not smart enough to be able to figure that stuff out. I'll never be good at titles. I'll never be good at thumbnails. I'll never be, I'm not even that good at video creation.
Leading him,
You know, I love so much how relatable that is. Like, to this
Boogie,
day, I've
you're
been doing
good,
YouTube
bro.
for like
Don't
5
do
years
that.
now, like full time. And to this day, I still never know what to title a video or put the thumbnail as. I will always leave it until the last minute and then panic. Meanwhile, you've got people like Mr. Breast with his like 18 employees, and it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
just make my teeth look wider in this one. Like, one thing I've noticed with Mr. Beast thumbnails, which is great. Hang on. He must have someone on his team that purposely makes his teeth look even whiter than they actually are in the thumbnail. Has anyone seen this video?
What the fuck? Is this a rap battle?
the final video related to his divorce, in which Boogie explained that he
What the hell? Hang on. So he's talking about his divorce. Obviously, that's a touchy subject. Why did he put his wife being Thanos snapped? And it's just it's finally over.
Mostly when it comes to the mental issues, the anxiety, the depression, stuff like that.
Boogie would conclude the video by stating that he was very excited about the future.
I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm very engaged and excited about what we will be doing here on the channel.
However, only 3 days after this video was uploaded, a now infamous mega thread would be posted to Reddit.
This is it. I was wondering if this would have been brought up. There was a thread made on Reddit. The only thing I remember out of this entire thread was him begging for a Tesla, but like not being ironic. He was like being genuine about begging for it. There was a clip of Boogie playing Apex, right? He's like talking trash to a guy on his team. I mean, everyone does that. It's fine. Then the guy says that his dad died or something. The guy that Boogie was talking to.
Oh my god.
Right? Are your parents still alive by chance?
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah, they are.
And are your parents still together?
No.
Okay, all right. So maybe I should take point then.
What?
Well, if your parents aren't together, then you probably come from a broken home. You're probably going to get real angry when you start losing. So.
That's
I
nuts.
won last game, but that was my first game on.
All right. Well, maybe you just learned how to channel that anger. All right. I wish you luck, man. Then good luck.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Then he says his parents died as like kind of a way to soften the blow. But yeah, it's like insults a guy for his parents being divorced which is like, it's whatever. It's something I'd probably say in a COD lobby when I was 12.
And if Boogie had simply ignored the thread, people likely would have forgotten about it, although this isn't what would happen. Boogie instead decided to wage a war against the person who began the mega thread.
I started a war. This guy has been coming at me for 5 years.
Before going on to complain about the criticism in countless different videos.
This subreddit has been actively attacking me and going through everything I've ever seen.
This is when he had the good teeth arcs, but like when he got his teeth done, it's almost like all of his takes were just absolutely terrible.
Boogie
Really?
Oh
damn.
Taking a break.
Like I said, I'm gonna switch myself up,
in
and
which he'd state that he needed a short break as a result of being anxious and nervous. With fewer uploads and a declining reputation, his monthly subscriber count began to fall off a cliff, losing 5,000, 14,000, 20,000, before losing another 42,000 in August 2019.
I will admit there is something so toxic about the atmosphere of YouTube, of like if you become anxious or, you know, any negative emotions and then you go on a break, you just feel worse. You feel worse. I've kind of got like a game theory behind this, right? It's like, you know, caveman brain, it's like fight or flight. We still have fight or flight, right? You run away from a situation or you deal with it head on. You can't do that with YouTube. YouTube is so different. Like, you can upload a video addressing something, definitely. That's one way to fight it, I guess. We still have these caveman brains of like, do I run from situation or do I get fire? That doesn't work anymore. It's like, you know, like taxes, mortgages, bills. You can't fight or flight from that. We're going to fight the guy that turns up to your door demanding the money, then you go to jail for assault.
Representing a decline of more than 100,000 subscribers in only 4 months. Rather than improving the content, Boogie ramped up the complaints and apologies. Lately, it had just been apologies and complaining. I miss the old content.
Yo, my shit is... My mic is going out, in and out.
Imagine a guy shutting you down that bad, and his name is Kylo Render Me Naked, and his handle is Yas Queen. That would actually make me quit YouTube.
Boogie's clear decline in his views, subscribers, and income. His spending habits hadn't changed one bit. As midway through this collapse, it announced that he was taking on a $100,000 loan to purchase a Tesla.
Stop buying Teslas! Stop buying the YouTube car! I don't even call it a Tesla anymore. I just call it the YouTuber car, because every YouTuber buys it. James Charles did it first, and then everyone else copied.
Oh my God. I just put myself $100,000 in debt. My car payment's $1,700 a month or something like that. That's more money than I make on Twitch. That's like half of my YouTube revenue this month.
Boogie then made a tweet about how expensive the car was.
Why is he wording it like that? It's like he's actually concerned, but he's playing it off like it's a bit. I bought a car I could barely afford. You would think my anxiety would be going nuts. It isn't. I'm feeling confident that I can work harder every day and use that car and debt as an inspiration.
What the fuck?
Well, that's not inspiration. No, you're using it.
You're just being stupid.
Anxiety fuel. It's like you watch one of those like podcasts that Logan Paul went onto with those crypto investors, and they say like, never keep your money in the bank. Put it all into assets. Everything. I mean, all right, I won't lie. I do agree with that a little bit. I think you should put your money into assets if you can. Not all your money, idiot. Don't do it if you're gonna go broke and you gotta like get loans and down payments and stuff.
Reddit and Twitter lost their minds. Oh, are you trying to manipulate people into giving you money?
The answer is yes. Give me some money. If you guys want to help me pay for my Tesla, please go ahead and dig deep. I sure would like a free Tesla. Reach down in your pockets and give me $100,000 tonight.
It's like he's obviously doing a bit, but he's not. It's almost like he's kind of testing the waters of how much he can get away with like irony in the hopes to get money. Even if he's not e-begging, it just comes across as very bitter. I think the worst thing you can ever do is attack your fans, because like e-celebs and YouTubers, like the fans support the creator. The creator gets to make a living. Like you guys, right? I fucking hate all of you. I despise you all. But without
what a fucking
you guys
demon.
watching and the videos, I wouldn't be doing YouTube for a living. Guys, I don't actually hate you. I was joking. Come on, it's parasocial. I was joking.
It's incredible how openly money-oriented this guy is. This guy talks like a minister from some cheesy, scammy late-night ministry where you're supposed to send a $50 check for good luck. Imagine this guy would win the lottery. He'd be broke within 12 months, which would eventually turn out to be somewhat accurate. After his back and forth with Frank Hassel in early 2021, Boogie had to shell out a bunch.
Watch his response to the Sunny video after. He did a response.
Live stream less, to make less YouTube videos, to say less things that could be taken out of context and used against me before we had a result, because you know from Reddit and 4chan that that's what they like to do to me. But
I like how he compares Reddit and 4chan in the same set. I mean, he's really comparing those two websites. So come on, that's lowering the that's moving the goalpost a little bit, fella.
I am finally rich. How crypto made me rich. Boogie apparently.
Oh my god, he did not upload a video saying how he became rich. I knew he made money off crypto, but I didn't know he made an actual video.
I invested pretty much everything I had into cryptocurrency. I invested all the way back here, and yeah, that's where we currently are with that market. So to say that I doubled my money is an understatement. In fact, I did more than that.
Boogie then tried to pathetically coax his audience.
Yeah,
what did he do?
He comes across as very smug, doesn't he? Talking about your earnings is fine. Like we addressed that earlier. That's fine. But the way he's presenting himself, it's like, well, if it's double, that's quite an understatement. It's more than that.
I'm financially secure to the point that if I stop making videos tomorrow, I can live comfortably for the rest of my life. Just remember that the reason this video was filmed in his garden is because if it was filmed in his office, we'd all be able to see his thousands of dollars worth of arcade machines, magic cards, and gaming memorabilia.
The Funko Pops, no!
Boogie hasn't seen a single month of positive subscriber growth since May of 2019, almost 4 years ago, and with no clear desire to change any of his daily habits, it's unlikely that his YouTube channel or financial situation will see any kind of recovery anytime soon.
It's so weird how that happens. Like, once that fall off kicks in on your channel, it just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. It's a constant downward spiral. It'll be interesting if, like, he actually acknowledges his faults, right? Let's face it, we all heard this before. You still have to learn. You still have the opportunity to fix your mistakes. Yeah, no one really seems to be saying, like, I like this video. They're all just kind of chastising him still. So this video could just be a giant, like, deflection cope.
I trusted him to get it right, so I clicked on the video, and it is surprising how accurate he got it. He's wrong about a few things here and there, but for the most part, I was very humbled by watching this video.
That's a good opening. You can't really shit on him for that, to be fair. I don't watch Boogie. I don't know what he's like. Maybe this is like his attempt at manipulation, but I think the best thing you can do with a criticism video is kind of just like be like, yeah, it's right.
In 2017, I got divorced. I got a gastric bypass surgery. Internet sentiment turned against me. And in that year, I became a cynical, bitter, shitty, terrible person. I
think the only problem I have with this so far is, hasn't he done this before? Hasn't he addressed in the past that he's been a shitty person and been completely aware, but not actually tried to rectify any of that? He said cynical. I like how that's your main takeaway from it. He said the pyro word.
But there really is no excuse for that behavior, to become that person, to think that way, and then put that on my YouTube channel was self-destructive and idiotic, and that's what I did, and I have to live with that for the rest of my life. Let it spiral out of control, and I indulged myself, and I became self-defeating and self-loathing, and I hated myself, and I hated the world, and I hated being alive. And instead of fighting that by getting therapy and getting medication and going into rehab and getting better, I just ran with it.
Yeah, I feel like he's pity-partying himself a little bit. Being self-aware of your behavior is a very good thing to do. It's almost tainted a little bit by him. He's kind of done this whole spiel before.
Now here I am, several years into therapy, several years into medication, several years into practicing those techniques, and I've gotten better. But going back to Sonny's video, looking at the video, I realized how obsessed with my money I became after my divorce, how bitter and angry I had become, how cynical, and how my content reflected that. And
I don't know, I kind of getting vibes from this that it's like, you know, you got called into the principal's office energy. I'm very bad, I won't do it again, but like there's not really any kind of improvement, so to speak. Yeah, it ain't that great. It ain't that great.
Good video. I gotta go real quick.